This Talk of the Town is proudly brought to you by Coolabah Cabins, portable houses for living.
Welcome back to MilduraWeekly.com.au. Arguably one of society's more taboo subjects will be discussed in depth next week with the Wesley LifeForce Suicide Prevention Network in partnership with the Mildura Suicide Prevention Trial and Murray Primary Health Network to host a special public meeting on August 22nd. Joining me in the studio to discuss this meeting is Murray Primary Health Network Suicide Prevention Co-ordinator Merryl Whyte and Rheanna Oppenlander, who is going to be acting as a guest speaker at Thursday's event. Ladies, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you. Thanks, Vinny.
Merryl, we might just start with you. Can you firstly take our viewers, I guess, through what the August 22 meeting is going to be all about, what's going to be discussed, and I guess its aim?
Yeah, thanks, Vinny. The meeting that we have on Thursday night is, I guess, a first opportunity for the public in our region to come along and see what Community Suicide Prevention Network might do if they're interested in becoming involved and getting some information around that, and I guess seeing how we progress, and if there's enough interest, we have got Wesley LifeForce on board to support the community in developing that.
Fantastic. Rheanna, as we said at the top, you're going to be speaking at the event. You're one of the guest speakers. Are you able to share with our viewers, I guess, what you're going to be discussing or what the theme of your talk's going to be?
Yeah, sure. So I'll be sharing my story and how that came about and what my hopes are for the group and what I think we can achieve and that sort of thing.
Yeah. You've done a lot of work with the Mildura Suicide Prevention Trial. You're a current member of its Lived Experience Advisory Group. Are you happy to share a little bit about your story, I guess, your time with the group and some of the work you've undertaken?
Yeah, sure. So I guess it starts when I lost my brother 3 years ago to suicide, which was just devastating for our family. From there, I attended a group called Roses in the Ocean, which is all about how to help the community after you've been through your lived experience there. And from there, we've helped the PHN with a few questions of theirs and on their advisory board. So,
have you been involved with the lived experience group from the start?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah.
So we've been together.
How's that from a support network point of view? I mean, to have others that have been through similar experiences, similar tragedies, does it help with the grieving and coping process?
Yeah, I guess there's a level of understanding that people get, and just being able to bounce ideas and that sort of thing with them. It's good.
Merryl, the potential establishment of a local prevention network, suicide prevention network, is something that had been identified by your lived experience advisory group, and obviously is going to be the basis of this event. How vital has the lived experience group been to I guess, realising some of the work of the trial so far? It's been up and running since 2017, so been around for a couple of years now. How much have you lent on, I guess, the experiences and what people in our community have gone through?
Oh, very, very much so. It's been very integral to the way that we've made decisions and how we've rolled out what we've done in our trial here. We're coming up this month is 2 years. We've got another year to go, and I guess the basis of these trials, there's 12 in Victoria, 12 in different communities, and what every community does is slightly different. We're all using the same sort of, I suppose, lens to look at our community that was developed by the Black Dog Institute, but what each community does is very different. And the group that we have of people who came forward with lived experience to help us decide what we do in our community has just been invaluable. We're very excited that they are going to form, I guess, the core of this next step, which is the opportunity for our community to keep being involved in that work through a supported community suicide prevention network. That knowledge and ideas and wisdom, whilst we are very well intended in the health sector, we can't always know what it feels like and what might help the most. And so the wisdom of these people who've come forward is so invaluable to us.
You agree with that, Rheanna? That, I mean, it really is a bit of a two-way street, and I guess those like yourself that are willing to share your experiences and knowledge, if it means it might save another life or get someone the help that they might need, it all makes it worth it.
Yeah, definitely. I think we're all people, and that just needs to be taken into consideration. And we've had some great feedback from others, like with the hospital and how that process is, and so it's great to be able to contribute to it.
Yeah.
So.
Probably just back to the trial. The overall aim, I mean, obviously it is to raise awareness and get people thinking a bit differently about suicide and, more importantly, suicide prevention. Can you elaborate on that a bit further?
Sure. So these there's 29 of these trials now across Australia.
Yep.
So Mildura is one of those 29. There's 12 in Victoria. And basically they're all, I guess, taking a different look at how we approach suicide prevention in communities, with the understanding that just doing more of the same isn't really what we need to be doing. So we use a tool developed by the Black Dog Institute that helps us look right across community. That includes things like what work we can do in emergency and follow-up care, what work we can do with our doctors, what work we can do with police and ambulance, safe and purposeful media reporting. As you know, we've been out with our media talking about safe communication, what happens in schools, getting community involved, and also the processes that we use in community after there have been a suicide. We have some processes that happen after each suicide in our community, and we've been strengthening those as part of the trial as well. So it's very, very, I suppose, holistic across our community, and there's a fair bit of work going on in the background. And really, from our perspective, the community involvement is so important because we know from data and statistics that more than half of people who do die by suicide have had no contact with the mental health or health sector. So if we only focused our resources in that sector, we're missing half of the people. So we really need to be thinking very creatively as to how to be reaching people in community. And it's only community who can help us with that.
And Rheanna, probably just a reminder of the times and dates and location of the August 22 meeting.
Yes, so Thursday at 6 p.m. and go through to 8, and it's at Maydeck. So
and obviously encouraging as many people as possible to come down and see what we're going to be discussing.
Definitely.
Yeah, and we've even got a musician, a local musician, who will be playing some of their original work for us.
Merryl, Rheanna, thank you so much for coming in. I know it's a difficult subject to talk about, and Rheanna, especially yourself, sharing your experiences. Really do appreciate it. All the best for the August 22 meeting, and really do hope it goes well.
Thanks so much, Vinny.
Be sure to tune back into MilduraWeekly.com.au for more videos.
Live the dream and contact Coolabah Cabins today on 03 50 24 2885.